By now, you may have noticed that ServiceNow has more options than I've covered so far. In this section, I'll cover most of the interface customizations and additional ticketing features. In a later section, I will also cover the reporting functionality. So let's get started. When you first sign in to ServiceNow, you'll be presented with your homepage, also known as the landing page. The landing page is completely customizable. By clicking on the Switch to Page dropdown, you'll find your layout options can be set. To the left of that, you'll be able to set the refresh duration of all your homepage widgets. You can also perform individual refreshes within each widget. A large amount of customizable widgets can be added to your interface by clicking on the plus sign. Simply select the widget that you would like to add, then click on the location that you would like that widget placed. It will place new widgets at the top of the selected column, and you can always edit the location of your widgets by dragging and dropping their locations around the interface. Once you have the desired location, simply drop it into place by unclicking the mouse. Once you have your customizations finalized, click on Update. The home page should refresh with your changes. If you have a widget that you no longer want, click on the X icon to remove it from your layout. If you navigate away from your home page, you can always get back to it by refreshing your screen, or by clicking on the UC Davis logo, or clicking the gear icon, then click on Home. Now this leads me to the next topic of global customizations. Clicking the gear icon will allow you to make changes for your ServiceNow preferences on a site-wide scale. You can use this menu to set your font size, how your layout gets split, and accessibility for individuals that utilize a screen reader on the internet. Now that the customizations are out of the way, let's take a further look into the Incidents module. Go ahead and open an existing ticket. To the right of the color field, you'll notice an icon of a window with two checkboxes. This is the Show Related Incidents button. In previous versions of ServiceNow, this would require you to close the ticket to access this menu. The Eureka version now creates a pop-up window over the top of your incident. This allows you to view all the existing tickets for this user in order to verify that your current incident is not already a work in progress with another technician. If it is part of an existing ticket, you can handle the duplication appropriately and maintain a single ticket for your customers' updates. To the right of the Show Related Incidents icon, you'll find an info box icon. Rolling over this icon creates a flyout menu that shows the directory information for this user along with their login ID, affiliation, and department. All locations that have this icon feature an additional information flyout. Below the Emailed To field, you'll find the next area of interest in Requested For. There are times when a secretary or a student assistant will call on behalf of their manager, professor, or someone else in the department. In these cases, you'll want to fill out the Requested For with the name of the person that the ticket was opened on behalf of. This will notify both the caller and the on behalf of individual that a ticket has been opened. You may also run into an instance where additional people need to be included or carbon copied onto a ticket. This situation can be remedied using the watch list and the work notes list. Adding people to the watch list will enable them to see and receive copies of notifications when the ticket is updated with additional comments. Likewise, adding a person to the work notes list will send a notification whenever the work notes are updated on a ticket. To add yourself to either list, simply click on the person's silhouette. To add others, click the lock. This will produce an entry menu. From here, you can add people with their name, login ID, or UC Davis email address. If they are a person no longer actively affiliated with the university, you can enter a non-UC Davis email address in the email address field. Once you've entered the information for a person, press return or click the icon to the right of the entry field. This should load their information into the watch list above, If you need to remove someone from the watch list, highlight their name and click the X. You also have the option to remove multiple people once the ticket record has been created. When you have finished adding people to the list, click the lock icon to save the settings. The work notes list operates in the same fashion. Towards the bottom of an incident record, you'll find a field called Related Records. This area displays some options that are not currently enabled in our current version of ServiceNow, but there are some that are useful. This is where you'll find attached knowledge articles displayed. One handy field in this area is the external system number. When you have to escalate a ticket to a group or organization outside of ServiceNow, you can utilize this field to record their incident tracking number. Another feature here is the ability to attach a parent incident to the ticket if the issue is related to another ticket. The remaining fields will become more useful as the system continues to develop. Below the resolution information is the restricted area. This area is useful if you need to restrict your incident to a specific group. By default, adding yourself will allow your group to view this ticket, as long as your group is the assignment group in question. This is set up so that if any updates are added to the ticket, another member of your team will be able to pick up the incident if you are away. Checking the restricted box and selecting a group or person will restrict others from viewing any information on that ticket. If there is information in the ticket that should not be seen by other groups in ServiceNow, feel free to apply restrictions. Finally, you'll find metrics at the bottom and related incidents information. These are for tracking and reporting issues that occur. Next up, we'll talk about the customer experience for ServiceNow. Stick around and stay tuned.